luck, Charlie. Good luck. See you soon. Hell yeah. It was really good meeting you.
You too, Louis.
If you're ever in Orlando, we'll talk after, but if you're in Orlando, look me up. Or if I got stuff going and I need help, I'll call you.
It'd be my pleasure to help you out.
Yeah. Hey, guys, let's go. Hold on. You ready? You want to do a mic check?
Mic check.
Mic check. Test. You are looking live at the Panthers Stadium rink, where we got the M3 championship today between the Tampa Spartans and the USF Bulls. We've got a phenomenal game, the Battle of the Bay. Tell all your friends, this is the biggest game of the tournament, the biggest game of the season, conference championship on the line. Thanks for joining us here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. I'm Louis DiPaolo, joined by my man Devin Sarah. Devin, we were here all week. These teams battled. They played some epic games. What do you think's in store for this?
A war of attrition. It's the rivalry matchup of this series, this season in Men's Division 3. We know Tampa, they had a tough end of the regular season. USF came to their place and just whooped them. Absolutely dominated, 10-3 victories, another big blowout. And, you know, I asked Jack Walsh, like, how did your team respond to that? And honestly, he said it came down to penalties. And our identity this year has been a really talented team, a lot of physicality, some skill, but they take penalties. And this tournament, they have locked in. They shut down the #1 power play, perhaps in the nation yesterday in Middle Tennessee State, and they played complementary hockey. Defensively, created offense from that on rushes, and I really think they are at the pinnacle of a team right now. We know they might be on the cusp of nationals. Meanwhile, Joe Rhodes, #6 team in the country, #2 seed. USF, they've rolled as far as Kennesaw State. Yesterday, Florida Gulf Coast, best defensive team in the country, gave them a run for their money. They had to do it in overtime. He felt like after that it was a lot of grit. The word he kept using to me today was grit, and that's what he needs out of this squad. Sure, they have Jacob Duhaime and Grant Dietz, and maybe they're going to have to rely on Ryan Ketch to make some saves. But ultimately, this is a squad that wants a national championship. They feel like this is the most complete roster they've had in their history, and it's going to set up the stage for an excellent matchup.
These two teams, they don't like each other. They obviously know each other. They're 20 minutes apart across the bridge. They've had some epic battles at every level. In the playoffs last year, in the AAU playoffs, quarterfinal game, Tampa came out on top. Here's the thing. I talked to Joe Rhodes earlier. Joe watched this Tampa team yesterday. They were in the stands watching that MTSU game that you and I were doing. And he said, that's not the same Tampa team that we played all year. And he also said, to your credit, he said that wasn't the same Gulf Coast team that we played either. He thought they played much better than expected. So everybody's ratcheting up their level. Now, like you mentioned, these Bulls, they're in nationals. They're going to be in St. Louis with you and I. Where they're going to be seated is coming up. The Tampa Spartans, they were playing for their playoff lives last night. And just like when you're playing a game, Devin, you don't want to rely on a call going one way or a good play or a bad play. You've got a long opportunity to make it, a cemented stamp in the ground. They can cement their stamp to me with a win today, regardless of the computer rankings.
You ask about, always with coaches, what do you play for? Why do you want to win this game particularly? He said everything after this is a bonus. These guys care about the moment right now.
Yep.
They can't control what a computer ranking does. They've made their case. They beat the number 2 team in the country. If they beat this USF team ranked high enough, I think it's a 99% lock that they are in nationals. Now, for USF, they still have to fight for that seeding because you do not want to play a Michigan team in your first round, and you certainly want to take down a team that has really beaten and battered them. I think a matchup you're going to want to watch today, Tyler Hoffberg, number 86 for Tampa, has been phenomenal in these playoffs. He is one of their go-getters in this group. He had a team lead in points this year out of Brandon, Florida. And on the opposite side, who else? Grant Dietz, back-to-back player of the year. He has lit it up in all cases. He has to stay out of the box. He takes the most penalties among any player in men's Division III. But if they have him on the ice, he's the most dangerous weapon, Connor McDavid-like. I know that's extreme, but that's what it will take for Tampa and USF alike.
That may be the most accurate statement you're ever going to hear in this game, and he is dynamic. If you have not ever seen him, watch him. He's playing here with the USF Bulls, a sophomore from Illinois. He is the most penalized player, but he is the most dangerous player on the ice. And they're not scared to play tough hockey over there in Tampa at Wesley Chapel. And they'll play as hard and as chippy as they need to. So we got our starting lineups coming up. We'll have our national anthem, then we'll be ready to roll. We got 4 really great officials here. We got our crack CHS staff, Al's crew tonight on this side. All we got left to do is drop the puck and get started. Cam, can you hear us down in the scorer's table? Well, in the PA box.
I can hear it loud and clear, guys. It's good to see you again.
How about them jamming Freebird for us just to get this thing started, right?
An amazing song. I mean, it's the United States. It's the most United States theme song that you can ever come up with. I'm ready for this epic game between the Bulls and the Spartans. I know you guys are too. Let's crown a conference champion.
It's going to be great. The Battle of the Bay. These two teams know each other well. They don't like each other. Both benches, with the exception of head coach Joe Rhodes, are alumni of their schools. You got Danny Hoflick, I've known for 18 years. I've known him since he was 12. He played for us in Orlando. He played with my son, Little Lewis. You've got Bud. You got Alex Rhodes, terrific scorer for head coach Joe Rhodes. The Tampa bench, you got all the guys on there, Walsh, Carter Haynes, McDonald. They are all alumni as well. We got some shout outs. Want to say hi to the Loza family and the Walsh family watching back up in Tampa, maybe even Chicago. People all over the world, Devin, are going to be watching this game for a long, long time. Bulls win that first draw. They've got it on that far side. A little slow to get started here. There's Dietz. Coward, he had a big game yesterday. If you missed that game, there's Dietz. He picks the puck up right away. On that far side of Duhaime. Chipped up and out. These two teams had epic battles just to get here. Here's Hofberg. Hofberg comes in, takes a shot. That goes off. Cooper. Already just a little pushing and shoving.
And Lewis, I think the balance of the start for USF, talking about the way they finished that game in overtime, they had a lot of blocked shots. Florida Gulf Coast got in front of, and they had a difficult time from the outside taking those kind of chances and making it easier for the goaltender of the year, B.J. Riccardi, to stop them. For them, the key in their own zone is to use their defense and move the puck as a unit, use the strong side of the ice, create better chances.
And Tampa, they ended up playing their best game of the year by far. They were the big, fast, physical Blue Raiders. They took them down in a game that meant everything. They're going to have to match that intensity if they want to be successful here today. Antonaccio there dumps that in. Tampa trying to change a couple. You see Cowart coming out now. Up and off the bench. Bulls couldn't play that or they'd got hit with a penalty right away. Rodriguez far side. Spartans coming in, looking, taking a shot. That's blocked. Cooper in front. Spartans still with it. On that far wall, they cycle it down low. Weitzman is there. Weitzman took a huge penalty last night, a 5-minute major in the middle of the game. They could have changed the game. His teammates and his goaltender bailed him out. Let's talk about Ench when we can. He was phenomenal. 48 saves out of 50 opportunities. A huge reason they're here today. Rodriguez lost that shot right in front. Big save off the stick of Uhrig. Now a stick goes flying. Ench saves that too, puts it into the corner. Back to pick it up. Glorious. Big hit on the far boards. 2-on-2 battle. Puck squirts free, picked up by Uhrig. Got that one down low, trying to bounce it off Ench, couldn't do it. Spartans there. Just chip it out to center. Spinning around, Lorius, he's got it, dumps it in. Tampa's gonna change, or USF's gonna change their view. Wilbur, he loses the puck, can't get it out, comes back up to the point. There's a ripping shot. Blockered into the corner off Daraspy.
A lot of active sticks early for USF. I really like how they're complimenting along the boards. You're seeing 2-on-2 scrums. That's what you have to do when you want to work a puck free and get retrievals, is have support. Mentioning Luke Ench, how he performed yesterday, 48 of 50 saves. Came in for Eddie Zane that, honestly, with the M2 team, they're going to need him if they're going to be at Nationals. And Kyle Meyer, we don't know his condition. The point is, though, I asked Jack Walsh about that. He said sometimes you want your goaltender to work more. And it seems like as more Ench has played, he's gotten better with the work he's got.
Well, he got plenty of work yesterday. I'm sure he'll get plenty of work today with this powerful USF Bulls team. Right on the far side. That's Cooper that just goes by. There's Dietz behind the net trying to get the puck off. He does. Scorch free in front. And Ench covers up. This Tampa team, pretty solid, right? 16-6, 135 goals for, 84 against. But 18-5-2 for the Bulls, 177 goals for.
Yeah, Ethan Gelman leads this playoff with 5 points for them. And for their squad, Jack Walsh is prided on depth, physicality. They frustrated the oppositions all of the early part of this year. They looked like conference favorites. And in the second half, they had some slips. I think USF really took them out of their groove a bit. They kind of lost their identity, took a lot of penalties. But when this team is at its best and every line is contributing, they are hard to stop.
Just 3 minutes into this championship game, the trophy is in the house. It's on the far side. We'll get you a great shot of that. It's on the scorer's table. Maybe a little dangerous because I'm sure there'll be some big hits there at the red line at some point during the game. Spartans retreat in their own end. That's Rodriguez. Goes up the far side. Fired right in on Koch. He holds on. Then clears it on that far side. Here come the Bulls now. The Bulls. Kolowa. Down low. Still with the puck. Trying to be productive was Bogdanov. He picks it up. Right in front. Pad save into the corner. That one snuck through. Picked up, nice job, Thompson, Kieran Thompson, still with the puck. Turnover, a bad change. Bulls coming in, taking a shot, score! First goal of the game. Max Radliff on a bad change after a turnover, 1-0 USF.
I mean, you said it. The back line for USF caught that play ahead. Really heads-up job. First by their forward, Jonathan Cooper, the defenseman, and then they get it ahead the strong side. Pearson Lee leads this pass on, and you said Ratliff, no mistake about it. When they get those chances, they have to bury them one-on-one because Ench is as locked in as a goaltender as you'll see. They do on the left wing, past the glove side, a wicked shot, and a great start for this Bull squad.
USF capitalizing on their turnovers. Going back to pick that up is Lavalu. Lavalu now over here on the near side, gets it to Kneeling. Kneeling coming up. He's got some time and space. Just throws it right in on Koch. He kicks it into the corner. Followed up there by Lyon. Lyon battling down low. Curran. Loose puck, backhand. Again, uncharacteristic. They didn't make those mistakes yesterday against MTSU, but it was a turnover. It was compounded by a bad change, and it ends up in the back.
And a lot of that, based on turnovers, is the swings. There were so many rush opportunities that Tampa generated from them, and counterattack, they would come from their attack and get back on defense, and that kind of back check is what sustained that lead and forced Middle Tennessee a lot of frustration into the outside and bad shots.
There's Dietz right there, Coward on top of him. Coward picks the puck up, gets it to his stick. Coward got it to Hoffberg. They lost that. Dietz is hurt. Dietz got hurt. Hoffberg was on him. He's struggling. He's coming off. I'm not sure if he hurt his back, if he's got a cramp or a shoulder. They throw that right out in front.
He can't even get over the boards, Lewis. He has to open the door and sit down for a second.
That was a soft tissue injury for sure because he wasn't hit. There's a big hit right inside the blue line. That could be a story of the game. We'll keep an eye on him. Cam's down there. We'll see what happens. Covered up. Now through, makes it under the rafters. Cooper there. Dangerous play. Gelman. Nice battle going in with Weitzman. 3 Spartans down low. Gelman all alone if they can get him the puck. Coming back to cover him is Mudge. Mudge goes in now and picks up the loose puck. Mudge has got some time and space, brings it over here to Uric. He turns, fires it in. Spartans able to get that out on the other side. Coming right back. Weitzman, he takes a shot that goes behind. Loose puck thrown right on. That was off the iron. Considine there. Deep for the Spartans. They let it roll. Hit from behind. Considine there. We got a Spartan down. He's getting up slow. He's coming to the bench. Looks like he got
That's Lavulo. Lavulo just took a bad check right into this near board, and it was right in his shoulder area. It's not a good sign.
Now they're looking at for a trainer, maybe. We'll see. 13:35 left.
Both
Cam,
teams.
you got anything there on the injury? Is he okay on the Tampa bench?
Might be a little early to know, Lewis.
He does seem to be in a little bit of pain, but it doesn't look too bad. Looks like that he's doing him all right. It looks like a matter of time before he's back on the ice, though, which is a good sign.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get stunned when you take a first check like that in a game. It's a little bit of a settling in process, and a war of attrition already on display for two sides that know a lot of that.
First gets the puck in, turned right at the point, can't get it out yet. Spartans there. Spartans battling, trailing 1-0, 13:18 left here. First period, conference championship on the line. Loose puck coming in, great job. First man there was Rosello. Rosello from Puerto Rico. Picks it up in the slot, takes a shot that doesn't get through. Return pass, comes back up to the point, there's Lee. Rosello has that taken off a stick. Tampa trying to send it out, couldn't do it. They pick up a bouncing puck. Kneeling with it now. Enters the zone, takes a shot, Koch holds on. We'll have a face-off with 12:45 left.
Both times, teams getting looks. The one opportunity in this game that was a defensive breakdown of really a bad shift for Tampa is the one that pots it, but you see how they try to use the strong sides to their advantage. You move up the units, the wingers, they want to fly, get that F1 in deep. His job is to separate F2 to come in, take that puck, and then F3, the shooter in this opportunity, and Tampa still chomping at the bit for that quality look.
Shot deflected into the corner, up and off the wall. Bulls pick that one up. Bogdanov there. Rosello dumps it in. Spartans off a shin pad, now it comes back down. Gloved up out of the air as they go back and forth. There's Lavallo. Lavallo now with the puck. Skating, he's got plenty of room. USF on a line change, took a little longer. They may get a break out of that as Tampa wasn't able to capitalize. Into the boards hard was Heller, loose puck. Kicked up to his skates, now to his stick. Coming through with a lot of speed is Fliss. Drop pass. Tampa may have numbers if they hurry, we'll see. Coming through is DeFalco, Lou DeFalco. Takes a shot, blocker save. Big save by Koch on that one. DeFalco throws it right out in front. Will Fliss again, far side. Just lost the puck, now he's gonna wait and regroup. Settles on the boards, comes right back in. Got an offside call and a whistle. 11:32 left. Haven't seen Dietz come back yet.
Still no word. He was talking to assistant coach Richard Budd down there, trying to get looked at. And, you know, for USF, a bit of an innocuous offside. They didn't mean to get too far to the zone. Ethan Coran just got barreled over by Lou DeFalco, and that forced USF out of the zone.
So Dietz is standing up, still sitting down is Weitzman. Hofberg now, Hofberg looking for a play, backhand pass. Shot deflected, Hofberg into the corner. Hofberg, Mr. Assist, Mr. Scorer for this Tampa Spartans team. Everybody's favorite line mate when you have an unselfish player that will pass first, but can also put the puck in the back of the net, as he's done here this weekend with two huge goals. Big reason they're here. Overtime winner, and then the game-winning goal last night. Chipped up, here's Hofberg on a race. Hofberg 1-on-3. Hofberg picks it up. Gets railed on the boards. Puck comes all the way back. Big hit. Nice to see Weitzman back out. Bulls come in 3-on-2. Shot blocked in front. Coming right back now. Opening up. Here's Weitzman. Weitzman coming in. Gets to the circle. Takes a shot at the dots. Rebound. Koch. His defense able to clear that one. Great angle. Coming through off sides again. And he touches it, so it's going all the way down. Konigsmark with the touch. 10:19 left. Game's starting to open up a little bit more for both teams.
Certainly, you said a big shot block in front first time by Alan Weitzman, and then that really springs it left side, and his wingers heads up. They fly and get even with him. Sometimes you can be a little bit behind in that play, not anticipating that somebody steals the puck, but that time they get their wingers even, and that really creates options to open up, but it ends up going with the shooting on Koch and makes the stop.
Back up top, that shot. We got a chance here coming the other way. Ratliff. Spartans. Coward. Shot. Goal. They turned the puck over again. Looked like they got back. He used him as a screen, Devin. And he goes high, blocker side. 2-0 on 2 mistakes.
Massive for Ratliff. And how about his performance in this game? 2-0. Coward, he's kind of backing up, trying to play in front and get a shot block. And I'm not sure if Ench anticipates this puck being at his pads, but he pretty much sits down on it and doesn't expect it to be what it was. That's a wicked top corner over his shoulder blades. And for USF, I mean, what a depth piece for them. Max Ratliff, not a goal scorer, you imagine by any means, but sometimes that's what it takes in the playoffs. Guys you wouldn't expect.
Bouncing puck. Yeah, we've all been there. Your second line, your first line, you expect to score, right? But when your third line, your fourth line, when you get that kind of help from everybody, that makes a big difference.
And you know, Ratliff, he's had a really solid playoffs. That's now his 4th of this postseason. And for a regular season, he did okay, good numbers, but not like this.
Look at this. Back check by Antonaccio. There's a shot. I think he had 3 goals and 5 assists in the regular season, Devin. He's already got more and been more productive for the Bulls in the playoffs than he was during the regular season. Centering pass shot, Coward just missed. Cooper got a stick on that. Right into the slot again, loose puck picked up by the Bulls.
Somehow got through Cooper as the last line of defense. That's a rare miscue for him in the low slot.
Uric battling down with Kneeling. 9:19 left. It's early, Devin. Next goal, I think, is huge.
Massive. Tampa, I really feel like the way USF has controlled them later half in the season, they have to prevent from going down 3 in the first, certainly. If you keep it at this, not as bad of a situation, but I just think, like, knowing Jack Walsh's bench, there's no panic. There's no, we're doing things wrong here. I mean, you get one shot, just a bad line shift change, and then a moving screen on Ench. There's no time to panic, but you have got to start getting more aggressive, getting the puck to the middle of the ice and making shots tougher on Koch, who has settled into this game nicely.
Face off to the left of Koch. Ryan Patrick Koch, as some people call him. Turn, dump back in, offsides. McMillan there got caught in. We'll have a face-off coming back up. 8:59 left here. First period action. Still a long way to go. Great start for Joe Rhodes and the Bulls.
You know what made Tampa so good yesterday was their ability to match the speed of Middle Tennessee State, to really, by that regard, slow them down and make them have to think about where they were going. I think Middle Tennessee State got caught looking for the right pass a lot of times, and Tampa negated that. Meanwhile, they're not really at that point yet.
Oh, loose puck comes free. DeFalco with it.
Yeah, that's an early whistle. I don't know if Koch ever really had that secure.
He may not have. The referee lost sight of it, so he blows the whistle.
Yep.
And he's talking to Koch right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you were here yesterday. Championship game. I think the speed and the intensity yesterday, a little bit more intense, a little bit faster in the first period.
No doubt. I mean, Middle Tennessee State, they had an emphasis to start like they did against UCF, and for the most part, they could do that. And then Tampa just kept rattling off one after another in different ways.
Laura's pass across, they just missed on that. Ench was way out on that far side. Tampa scrambling around in their own end. Still can't get the puck out. Now we got a hand pass. You know, here's one other thing we haven't talked about. The MTSU game that we did was 5:15. Tampa went to USF went to overtime. It was midnight when they got done. And here they are, awake, ready to go. That says a lot about preparation between the years, because they didn't go out and celebrate last night. Bouncing puck that just goes wide. They came out, they're ready to play, these Bulls. And as Devin already said, that one rims around, comes out. Chance now. Spartans made a pass across, good stick by the Bulls. Taking a little page out of Tampa's playbook yesterday. Stopped many passes, as you just mentioned, by that MTSU team coming end to end. Spartans get the puck here to Thompson. Thompson lost the puck down in the corner. Big hit, couple of players go down. Coming right back at you, Gallant. Rodriguez with it.
Tough shit for McMillan. Stole that puck, board battled, then gets smashed and goes off for Tampa.
Yeah, he went to deliver the check. Oh, beautiful backhand centering pass. Valencia there. Spartans just unable to take advantage of it.
See them trying to make some creativity in the middle of the ice. USF, Hardy on their man and not getting lost in coverage.
Excellent job going forward with that off the stick of Bogdanov. He still goes in on the forecheck. Rodriguez. Rosello on top of him. He wins that. He's getting it deep. Rosello going right in front. They got him the puck. He just deflected it wide. You heard him up here yell middle. Look at this pass. Backhand just went wide over the glove into the corner. 6:35 and counting. Spartans struggling in their own end. Bogdanov with it. Bogdanov still with it. Look at this. They got man on the back door. Now he turns. They pick him up. Kaloa. Spartans can't get the puck out of their own end right now. That's deflected up into the corner.
Yeah, great retrieval work by the Bulls. They're ready at the corner. Some of these deflections taking bounces in their favor and getting space.
Spartans just all over the place in their own end. It's not a power play, guys. Shot, got a glove on that. That still went high and over the head. Battle on the boards. Finally, Tampa has a shot. They bounce it out to center. They're going to change. You got to be careful, right? They've already had a couple of bad changes that have been costly.
Yeah, and USF doesn't take advantage. And, you know, to my sight, still no sign of Grant Dietz, number 17. He's standing on this bench, but kind of a non-factor right now after going off early in the first.
Turnover picked up out of the air. Curran, there's a shot into the corner. It goes. Rodriguez up and off the boards. We got an icing call. Well, waved off.
No.
Officials right there on top of it. I want to thank our officials here all weekend. We don't have a tournament without those guys. They come in onside. The Bulls take a shot again. Ethan Curran. 3-0 Bulls.
This is going to be a turnover generated. You saw how they had that tired shift a moment ago. Tampa just trying to get their fresh lines out there and settle defensively. Well, Curran has numbers. A good chip at the red line, keeps this play forward on the left wing. Curran sees he has options in the middle, but Tampa, they try to take away the passing option. So Curran says, I'm going to rip it. Top corner, past the right shoulder this time of Ench. And a tough one. Two of them have been scored like that on the Tampa netminder, and USF, they are feeling it right now. They feel like they can score from anywhere.
Boy, I'll tell you what, they are absolutely on fire. They picked up where they left off this morning. That game again. Overtime game, tough physical game against the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles for them to get here. Tampa already in St. Louis. The Spartans team trying to get in. You certainly don't want to have an ugly game here. And you know what? Grant Dietz has only played a couple of shifts.
You know what this shows? We don't talk about enough of the depth, I feel like, of USF. Ethan Curran is a very lethal shooter. He has soft hands. He opens up, and when he rips a wrister, I mean, Cam Shirley can attest to you. He is hard to stop and hard to read as a netminder.
Hoffberg with that, trying to center it. Couldn't do it. Picks up the loose puck. Brings it back up to the point. Shot went off a player. Great block. Cooper, Koenigsmark. Koenigsmark splits a D, shot over the head. Bouncing puck comes up. We got a penalty coming up. referee right there. We got a high stick going down Antonaccio, but that puck came up, came back out over Ench, and Antonaccio just swatted at it, and he accidentally hit Duhaime. Accidentally or not, you still got cracked in the back of the head with a stick.
Not a good feeling. 3:56. Tampa obviously getting scored on from the rush. Bad change, getting caught out there. This is really starting to snowball for them, and I think you see Grant Dietz back out there. Number 17 in white on your screen. They try to move this puck to him as that shooter. Remember, they can play the bumper spot with Duhaime and then get it up to the point, slide in with Mudge. They're going to put 4 forwards out here.
Huge penalty kill for this Tampa Spartans. I guess if you're going to play Dietz a little bit, just play him on the power plays. That one got through. Bouncing puck into the corner. They bring it back up to Dietz. Over here on the near side, Mudge. Those two switch. Dietz on the off wing. They come down here. Konigsmark back up to Dietz. He brings it to center. He's looking. Drop back. Right in the slot. Nowhere to go. Puck's going to stay in. Good keep by the Spartans. They throw it right in front. That may have went off Jonathan Heller. Ench able to make that save.
That's a really tough stop to make. He's kind of already getting screened by 2 big men in front of him and catch this one in his glove. And I think for Ench, the hardest part is not the biggest netminder by any means, 5'8", 150, but he flies around. And that's his biggest attribute when teams try to move around him from east to coast and left to right. He gets across most times than not.
Cam down by the USF bench. Backdoor. Couldn't pull the trigger on it. Was Dietz. He doesn't miss on many of those. His legs certainly aren't hurting. There's a shot, and he rips that one. That was deflected. Lots of traffic in front of Ench. Pushing and shoving just outside the paint. Far side. Dietz. That was blocked by Lehrhaupt. Bulls still able to recover. Dietz. Right at the point. Maybe a give and go. He stays up top. Comes through the legs of Lehrhaupt. Spartans still can't clear it. There's a shot. Big save. Rebound into the corner. Konigsmark with a great shot there. Now they'll have a chance to clear it and ice it. If they hurry. The bench not happy. They got another turnover shot. Goal! 4-0. Dietz there. The Spartans, Devin, had a chance to clear it, send it all the way down the ice. They didn't even get it to the red line, and this USF Bulls stampede is on.
Yeah, Kneeling was closest there, and this Tampa bench not happy. They want a slashing call, and there was no sight of it from an official, but that's just a tough break. You give Dietz open space like that, and 3 times coming on this left wing that Ench has to play strong, and when you give Dietz that much space, he rarely misses because of the power he puts behind that shot. Ench doesn't react quick enough, and like that, it's a 4-0 stranglehold for the team in green and white.
Boy, nobody was expecting this. Turn, trying to get that in, can't do it. Thompson there, comes right back out. You know, the mistakes of the Spartans today, it's not the same Spartan team that we saw yesterday.
No, not at all. And they're just starting to compound these mistakes. Now they're getting away from those quick intercepts, and there you see right there, just this relentless pressure. Retrieval work by USF, great to start this game. That's been the difference.
Right over here on the near side, Thompson, he turns, dumps it in. Valencia there. Valencia lost that one to Ott. Centering pass, picked up by the Bulls. They're coming right back. Got a man going hard right to the net. That's Lorius. Now he goes on the far side, turn and taking a shot, loose puck in front. Urig with the big shot, the quick shot. Spartans just dump it. They're gonna get on a line change. Sickles there. Far side. They've just got the Spartans team all spread out. Less than 1 minute in the first period, 4-0 USF Bulls.
A lot of good first passes by USF. Their breakouts have been stellar to start the period.
Coward trying to get through. Coward right there. That goes off Hoffberg. fanning on the shot. They got numbers coming back the other way. Look out, here they come again. Bogdanov with his shot off the post, rebound. That would have been absolutely deadly.
Wow.
Bulls coming right back in. Here's what now I have a little pushing and shoving going on. The time and space that this Tampa team is giving the USF Bulls did not exist yesterday.
Well, they are trying to generate offense and press now. They have 4 forwards deep to the zone, and they are trying to get to the middle and then crash as hard as they can. And the first man there, I forget the player's number, but leads this outlet pass, and USF, they're already ready at the blue line, and 2-on-1 develops like that. It's simply just all USF, and they are right on their game plan.
14 seconds left. Koch. They had a couple of flurries early, but haven't had much sustained pressure in the offensive end.
And you have got to find a spark. 12 seconds, big face-off. Find something to draw up and get a quality shot. Make Koch have to make a save.
Just kicks that one right behind the net. Loose puck there, picked up by the Bulls. They fire it all the way around. May have an icing called, 3 seconds left. Icing waved off, says the official, and that's gonna do it. Wow, a stunned crowd. Half of the Tampa Bay area not happy, half of them thrilled in this Battle of the Bay. We're gonna turn it over to our sideline reporter, Cam Chiarella. He's gonna grab one of his players. Cam, can you hear us? Cam. Got your mic on?
What do you got, Rather? Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Go ahead.
Beautiful. Just gonna wait for the crowd to leave out. All right. Okay, guys, I am here with USF forward Max Ratliff. Max, you've got 2 goals so far, holding strong with a 4-0 lead. How you feeling right now?
Yeah, feeling great. We're doing all the right things, and yeah, we're taking it to them.
Complete speed on both ends of the ice, and I know the name of the game for USF has just been to outrace your opponents. You guys have boat raced many of your opponents that you've played this year. I gotta know, 1 period down, 2 period to go. Foot on the gas?
Oh yeah, you know, we just got to win the small battles, get pucks in deep. We know they're tired. They played. This is their 4th game this weekend, so we just got to get it deep, outwork them, and get shots on net.
Thank you, Max. Best of luck to you. All right, guys, Max Ratliff, 2 goals so far. USF holding strong with a 4-0 lead. Back up to you.
Biggest thing I take away from that, talked about the 4th game of this week. And I think for Tampa, that is a tournament-like feeling. That is war of attrition. You know, they had the earlier game than USF, and you said Joe Rhodes got them ready overnight. They didn't go out. That's sometimes a thing you can see at this level, in any case in hockey. And I really think right now the worst part for Tampa about that period is it wasn't just that they had a bad shift change that led to a goal, and that they opened up, or that Ench didn't make the stop. It's that they didn't respond. They never got to a point where they created a rush chance of their own. They forced the turnover. They really got away from the things that we saw from them yesterday against Middle Tennessee State, which was pursue, stopping on pucks, getting to those board battles, and getting there first. And I think they are feeling that fatigue right now. If you're them, you're down 4-0. Yes, you're winning, looking for a conference championship. But remember what's at stake for them. Goal differential matters just as much in the rankings as your winnings. So they have everything to play for, regardless if this gets more in USF's favor, which it looks like it is right now. We'll see how Jack Walsh gets those guys ready and responds.
You know, you said it exactly right. Their 4th game, Cam picked up in 4 days. I mentioned it earlier that they don't have the speed and the intensity they had against MTSU yesterday, or they wouldn't be here today, let's face it. And the quick turnaround for USF, it's like they didn't even go to sleep. They just picked up where they left off in that 3rd period in overtime last night. So the Bulls, the running of the Bulls isn't just happening in Pamplona, it's happening right here in Florida. We got about 10 minutes left before we come back for the 3rd period. The USF Bulls 4, the Tampa Spartans 0. Thanks for watching the College Hockey South YouTube channel. The conference championship sponsored by Visit Fort Lauderdale.
They're already dressed. We're just in intermission. I don't think it like 10
Did you hear Cam?
Thank you. That interview with Rather was really cool.
UFC 4 Max Rather.
Welcome back to period number 2, the conference championship on the line. I'm Louis DePaulo. I'm joined by Devin Sarah. He's coming back in a minute. And our man, Cam Chiarella, down between the glass. The USF Bulls, they are running all over this Tampa Spartan team right now. Before we get to our analysis, a couple of shout-outs. I want to say hi to my wife, Norma, watching back in Orlando. We've got all of our friends, the Savannah crew. We've got Mr. Michael Purowitz. Michael, a Lynn coach himself, enjoying this game, I'm sure. Cole Sumner, Coach Brewster, former UCF Coach Brewster, as he resigned his position yesterday because he's going to be a girl daddy. So Coach moving back up to upstate New York. Talked to him again this morning. Brewster, love you, gonna miss you. Have a safe trip, and I'll talk to you when you get back. I was talking to Coach Kuzlik in between, and he was saying the same thing we were, you know, 4th game, 4 days. We talked about what we just ended with, the point spread, how it could affect the rankings, Devin. Huge for this Tampa Spartan team to come back here in the second.
Sure, the ACHA scale is 5+ goals. So if you were to lose by an amount 5 or more, it's almost counted as double against you versus just a 1-0 loss. With that being said, I think when you look at two teams that in their past have come down to penalties and how they execute, USF only 1 power play goal in this game, but from Grant Dietz. When they played this Tampa team, they scored on 11 power plays the last time they saw each other. And that's really was the difference for Tampa. But the difference in this game is you're seeing USF counter late the aggressiveness from Tampa, but early on just taking their numbers, creating even chances, and really just beating Edge on clean shots. I mean, you can say what you want about this netminder. He's played terrific. I wouldn't put a lot against him, but I just think he's been not as sharp today to start this game as he was against Middle Tennessee State and earlier in this tournament.
Kuzlik was saying he thought the shots were just excellent shots, and they were. It wasn't like it was some fluttering thing that got by him. But to your point, this USF team taking advantage of every gift they're given from the Spartans, and that's got to stop. As far as what we hear up here through different sources, you look at MTSU, their philosophy with JJ. Each period is a game. We want to win that period. We want to win that game. Well, USF won that first period. University of Tampa, they are hanging by their hands on that Bay Bridge, and these Bulls are coming, and they'd love to stomp on their hands. Can the Spartans crawl back up on the bridge and get back in this thing, or is UCF going to dump them into the Bay? We'll see here with 20 minutes to go on the clock in the second period. You know, fundamentals are so key, right? They're fundamentals, getting the puck deep behind the defense, getting the change done correctly. That's going to be amplified now in the second period, Devin.
You almost need to have a winger ready to fly when you dump this puck in, because if that F1 can get there first, it starts things way easier to have your second and third chance scores and then really set up zone time. And I think that's what Tampa needs, quality zone time.
Here we go again. Every game we've done on this rink, that far side, there's a ton of water that sits there, and the puck will get stuck. Spartans, centering pass by Hofberg, intercepted by the Bulls. Got a penalty coming up, guys.
It's on Tampa.
Exactly what they didn't need to get started. So I think he's got a hit from behind Coward, and it's a double whammy, right? Big, strong defenseman, one of your penalty killers. Now he's in the box on top of it. Not the start that Coach Walsh was looking for.
And if you're Joe Rhodes right now, the emphasis is still to press and suffocate Tampa, because you make this a 5-0 game, that really feels like a mountain to climb, almost insurmountable.
Listen, these two teams don't like each other. We've said that many times. Here's Dietz back out there again. Oh, just missed. What a pass to Heller. Can you imagine if the Bulls, as that errant pass just came back out, the Bulls are thinking, we want to win the conference championship and possibly knock their biggest rival out of the national tournament? Wow. A lot of motivation for the green and gold as they come through center now, picking that puck. Konigsmark turned, dumped away. Remember last period, they had a penalty kill opportunity. They didn't clear the puck, and they turned around and it came right back in on them. That time they make the right play and they get off quickly. Konigsmark now with the puck. Picked up, looking for a place to go as Duhaime brings it back up to the point. There's Dietz. What a pass. What a ripping shot. Boy, talk about an easy setup. Konigsmark, and he blasted it, and that one goes up into the speakers. But beautiful pass, nice and easy. You and I could hit that from up here with a one-timer.
Yeah, it's the advantage you got in a power play. You can see Tampa trying to protect the house, give Ench at least room to see the puck if it gets there, and clear the middle of the ice. And I think for USF, Grant Dietz draws so much attention. You talked about that forward pass he made, looking for Jonathan Heller, just missed him. But Ench is glued in on Dietz because he doesn't want to miss a shot if he takes one.
Tough job between the pipes. Back up top, 43 seconds left on the half wall. USF trying to center that pass. Boy, that went off a player. Nearly went in. I think Ench still got a piece of that.
Good active stick by the netminder.
Just missed on the pass. The Gelman turn, they dump it right in. McMillan right there saying, just get it in, and he does. McMillan now in on the forecheck. 20 seconds left. Coward will be out. Penalty kill huge right now for the Spartans team if they want to have any chance. Battle on the boards, goes behind. 5 seconds left. Turned, fired all the way back down. All right, Coach Walsh is going to say, Coward, not the best play. He's going to say to his penalty kill, good job, guys. You did what you needed to do. You got the puck deep. You started playing some fundamentals. Let's see if we can get our legs about us and some intensity and get back in this game.
Start building shifts.
Exactly. There's a big hit right off a player. Shot just missed from the point. Rodriguez right on top of Koch. Couple of bodies flying around now.
Look out, we've got a Bull down in a lot of pain. That's number 12.
That's Lorius.
Sorry, yeah, Loris 21, excuse me. And still not a good sign. A defenseman that does a lot of things well, a freshman. Young guy out of Wading River, New York. Product of the USPHL premiere. And he's gonna go right to the locker room.
He's absolutely hurt, and there goes the trainer. Hey, kudos to the staff here. The medical team has been terrific. It's a war of attrition, and there's a shot. Bouncing puck, didn't go in, went behind Koch.
I thought Weitzman.
Oh, look at that deflection. Koch with a big save there. Finally a little pressure, and they keep it in again. That's the Tampa team that we saw yesterday for this little flurry. Starts with the fundamentals, Devin.
Well, it starts with a good penalty kill, and then you build a good second shift and then a third shift. Weitzman barely missed that behind the goal crease as it bounced on the backside of Koch.
Let's see now what the Bulls can do after that little flurry. If they come right back, they fire it into the corner. Plays onside, picked up by Bogdanov. Considine's down. He looks like he's hurt. The referee's looking at him. There's a shot, big save, rebound. Considine's still down, the referee right there. And he finally blows the whistle. That's a tough call for the officials. I think it's, no, it's not Valencia. It's Considine trying to get up.
Yeah, the Bulls captain, Aaron Kaloa, just completely full-bodied, went diving into the boards, and fortunately Considine got the absolute worst of it. And Tampa bench, I think they were maybe saying like a boarding, maybe even along the lines of a charge, but Kaloa just really jammed up hard Considine, and yeah, it's a tough sign. It's been a war of attrition, and it's been a 4-0 score. I mean, both sides have felt it.
Tough hit to absorb. Hopefully Considine's okay. Nobody wants to see anybody hurt.
Especially not if, in fact, these teams do need to travel to St. Louis, both of them. Now, what I said about building shifts, and for Jack Walsh, I think his emphasis is once you hold the point in well, you have got to get that F1 deep right there to retrieve that puck and create middle chances. They've gotten shots on Koch, and you've seen them give up rebounds. That's when you have to crash that third forward to the net.
That shot over here on the near side. Sickles lost it. Bulls trying to come through center. Good job turning, firing it right back in Kneeling. We got players caught up again. That's Fliss and Kneeling. Much more physical game. Must have been a great speech by Walsh and the boys, because this is the Tampa team we expected to start the game. Bulls responding in kind. Officials, we got a big scrum in front of the Tampa bench. We can't get it. The officials letting them play on. Bouncing puck comes all the way down. Tampa's got to get back. Great stick check on the way back. Lovolo. Now we got some pushing and shoving.
Yeah, it was Will Fliss in front of this Tampa bench that couldn't separate from a Tampa player. I couldn't see the number. And really, what Tampa's arguing is that he's trying to keep that guy on the ground. He's trying to prevent him from getting to, and you see the injured, that's Jake Kneeling, clutching himself. You know, I know we've talked about this being the battle of the Bay and the war of attrition, but look, I mean, if you're Tampa right now, you're finding any reason to see USF get chippy, and you see Lavulo try to answer the bell on that far wing. So now is when, if you're an official, this could shift things. Do you give these teams offsetting? Do you talk about what happened in front here with Fliss? Or do you start watching? Do you start giving warnings to these benches?
I think that's what they're doing right now. The officials got together. Mitch was right there, the linesman. I don't know if he can actually discuss a call like that, because it was in front of the bench, like you said. You know, he's holding him down, he's not holding him down, whatever. But clearly a warning had to be given to both teams right there, to the captains with the officials. Pete over here making sure that the two benches don't get started in an argument. But it's getting loud up here in the stands too. The Tampa fans unhappy.
Yeah, just not happy with the way things have gone, and that's obviously aggravating their emotions a bit.
All right, over here on the near side, officials doing a good job conversing. There's a shot just missed, and they let him play 5 aside. Turnover in front on a bad clear. Coming in, backdoor. Cowart may have saved the goal there.
Just rimming up the boards. There's no reason to throw it out front.
That was Duhaime. Now there's a backhand. Antonaccio dropped that one all the way back down. Hoffberg in. We got an icing call, but you're exactly right.
I understand if Antonaccio has pressure coming and he has to get this puck away, but by all means, USF, they're hunting for you to throw this puck out front. Just rim it up the boards, get support from your winger, and get into a battle. That's the easy way out, and sometimes it works, but when it doesn't, it really costs you with a counter attack.
So the Bulls got a chance now. Here's Cowart. Cowart can go end to end. Let's see if he does. He's got it on his stick, just chips it up to himself. He's got it all the way in, got it deep. Cowart, pass right out in front, nobody there. Bulls able to pick it up. Great idea by Gelman. Coming right back, trying to split the D. He does. Good defense there, Cowart. Stops the man, gives Ench a chance to cover up, and he does with a whistle.
Well, that's redemption for, I believe that's Antonaccio, number 26 there in black, against Jace Konigzma for USF, and 13:59 to go in the second. USF really handled that counterattack and that press by Tampa well, and you've seen them get settled back into their forecheck and their offense.
Better effort this period for this USF, for this Bulls team. Now we got a penalty coming up. We got a slashing call. Officials right there, they were watching Gallant, and I believe it's going to be Uhrig, but they were watching the battle. Gallant turned, slashed him. The official right there. Again, not a play. He needs to go in the box before he gets the 2 and a 10. And not a play that they need to make, Devin.
No, and I know they say, playoffs are different and we're ready to lock in, but when you take as many penalties as Tampa, some habits just don't go away, and that's a tough one. And I know they're banging away, but
here's the other thing. Good penalties, bad penalties, right? You're down 4. That play was away from the puck. That had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And Tampa's shorthanded, deflected. Wow. Duhaime. We talk about playing with Hofberg for a Tampa Spartan. You play with Dietz. Duhaime's lit it up this year also, right? Duhaime's got...
He's just as good. Sort of plays that Leon Draisaitl role, more assists than goals.
Yeah, well, 25-27. He's got 52 points.
Sure.
Like what? People don't have that in a career.
No.
Player went down in front. One of the Bulls gets right back up. Backdoor Dietz. Oh, a tremendous pass again, Jonathan Heller.
Last minute, kneeling got somewhat in the way to make that tough for Heller. We got another call.
Yeah, now we got an elbowing call. This time Heller's going to go to the box and even it out with 1:39 left. You hear a big cheer from the Tampa faithful to my right. Sounds like the Bills Mafia.
They haven't had much to so far, and open ice to work with. I think this advantages Tampa here. They have the speed in the offensive zone to get to pucks first in retrievals. Number 22 in black, circle him. He's got a wicked shot, Trace Cowart. You need to find the puck for him and an open lane from his off wing.
Well, 4-on-4, a lot of ice for these guys for the next 1:35. It's going to be wide open, and as soon as Tampa gets or USF gets the puck, they send somebody right away, stretching that Tampa defense. There's your man, Cowart. Cowart coming up. Cowart with the puck. College Hockey South All-Star trying to split the D, couldn't do it. Got the puck through, and he comes right back. Looking Gelman, backdoor pass, just missed Hofberg. Hofberg, he lost the puck. Hofberg still on the forecheck. It's going to be a turnover picked up by Antonaccio. Anto with it, trying to get it forward. He goes down.
It's no trip there. He fell over the netting.
Coming right through center. Coming right back, Koenigsmark. He's got Duhaime with him. Little fight there. Return pass, loose puck in front, scramble. And Ench covers up. He's got a couple of players there helping him out. But a nice little scramble. Tell you what, that puck has been very close in the blue paint the last couple of shifts with the Bulls.
Absolutely, and it all starts from their penalty kill. I believe it was Jace Koenigsma active behind the net, forcing the turnover against that Tampa player, and that already leads to that opportunity to break it out. I think that's the difference in those penalty kills. Tampa packing the box, but USF with more of the active sticks.
All right, bouncing puck. That just goes over Cooper. They go in the corner there. Couple of 23s battling along. Considine, good to see him up. He's the one who got hit back in the corner. Got up very slow and they blew the whistle. Oh, tremendous hit in the corner by Weitzman. Weitzman not the biggest guy, but man, is he physical. He loves to play the physical game.
Yeah, he's one of the bigger members for Tampa.
From Middletown, Mass. Spartans, 20 seconds on the power play. Let's see what they can do. Just centered over here. Comes up off the wall, picked up. They got a man in front. He's going to make that save all day with no traffic in front of him.
And 7 seconds left. If you can generate a face-off win, you need to try and get Koch moving. He's really been so good just standing, posting up on front-facing shots. And a big netminder, don't know his exact height, around 6'3", 6'4", maybe. He is pretty much a classic goaltender of, if you give the puck to him and shoot it on him, he's going to make the stop 9 times out of 10. It's when you get him moving and you create those backdoor opportunities like Hofberg missed earlier with Sickles that you can create scoring chances.
Well, they didn't win that draw. In fact, well, they picked it up right at the point coming in. Gelman trying to backhand it, couldn't do it. USF. Still trying to get the puck out of their own end. Good physical job. There's Gelman. He picks up a loose puck. That's what it's going to take. Physicality. You're going to have to dig deep to get out of this hole. Up and off the boards.
And that time they throw it right to a bull on the board. Ethan Curran ready for the outlook, and here they go. Great first pass.
All the way back on that far side. Ethan Curran comes in, makes a shot. Oh, off the post. Curran's coming back. He's like, I can't believe it. We got an icing call. Great story about Ethan. He was doing the high school championships. He's from Land O'Lakes, Florida. I'm doing the high school championships. He absolutely killed it for his Tampa high school team. Was phenomenal. We became friends through email with him and his parents back at DSPN Live, and I said, listen, he's a great kid. Make sure he does well in school. There's great college hockey in our state, and here I am calling his conference championship game against the rival Spartans. So say hi to Mom and Dad.
Pretty good player, too.
Oh, yeah.
Florida Alliance AAA. Tampa Bay Juniors product. Like to see that. Homegrown.
Coming right back. Pass all the way in. Drop pass again by Curran. Spartans able to clear it. That's the effort still. Just about halfway through the second period. No goals this period. Much better effort by the Spartans team, and they've created some good chances. Haven't been able to solve yet. Oh, there's a shot right through. Glove save. Everybody was man on man. They cleared it out for Koch. But a much better effort, 10 minutes and 1 second left in the second.
Yeah, Ryan Joyce was calling for that in the bumper spot, but he was thinking of shooting. Rodriguez sent this from the point. He nearly had a chance to tip this, and I don't know if he ever saw the side of the puck come from Rodriguez. That could have been a good look on Koch, and we're exactly halfway in this game, Lewis, 4-0. And you talk about Tampa's physicality and their effort. I mean, USF, they just sandwiched one player with 4 guys. Prevented a high-quality chance on a fast break.
Ice a lot more even. Oh, they stay on sides. Coming in all alone. Shot. What a save. Ench. That looked like yesterday. He's back and he's ready, guys. Tampa Spartans playing hard now. That'll fire you up. 1-on-0 opportunity. Ench wins that. They turn, they fire right back off the Chick-fil-A sign. In on the forecheck. See, now with that forecheck being extended, the Bulls just can't leave the zone so easy and so often. They've been leaving early. Now they come back in anyway. You take a shot. That was blocked and off of Gallant. Gallant now with it.
You see Tampa's, though, their centermen are sort of getting active in the offensive side, and it's leaving gaps for long passes like that.
They got caught on that one. There's a deflection.
Couple of
Chance
2-on-1s.
coming back. They got a man right in front. Lehrhop came off the bench. Couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, that's just a missed timing. You're late there getting the zone entry, and then all of a sudden you have to give it back to the opposition. Lehrhop let it float off.
Loose puck battle won by the Spartans. Then turn, pick right back up. Koenigsmark. Here they go again. Pass back door. He just missed it. 2 consecutive times they got behind the Spartan defense and left Ench all alone. Once he makes a great save. The next one they just missed the net. There's a shot up and into the corner off the blocker. Remember earlier in this period that one shot went up and rolled behind Koch. Didn't roll in, rolled just to the side.
And, you know, thinking about it, that's the best look Tampa's had in this entire game. Besides maybe that quick feed from Hofberg to Sickles that just floated over the stick of Hofberg.
Look at that forecheck by the Bulls. Cowart was alone by himself. Didn't make a decision quick enough, and now the Bulls just took advantage of it. Chipped up, not out. Plus, you could play a little different when you're up 4, right? You can take that chance.
Yeah, open up like they have.
Exactly.
They're good enough to stretch the ice, and that allows them to have those odd man breaks. In Tampa, I don't think that's a credit against them, really. I think they were good in the neutral zone and taking away intercepts from Middle Tennessee State. But for USF, sometimes slowing the game down works in your favor when you survey and are in sync of where you want to go with your play. Be it a right wing breakout, reverse it around the boards, and then all of a sudden you've got a defenseman coming, a winger on the offside, And all of a sudden, a quality shot for a quality chance.
Hofberg on the far side. He's got Gelman going with him. Pass across, just missed on that. Hofberg looking, throws it out in front. That went off a Bull player as he had Harrington there. End-to-end action. There's a shot that goes behind the net. Over here on the near side, first to pick it up is Mr. First, Ryan First, wearing number 3 for Joe Rhodes. Far side, covered up. And Ench is gonna get a whistle. Smart play, give his team a chance to change up. 7 minutes, 1 second left, second period. Where's Mr. Cam at? Cam's awfully quiet, always down there on the side. Cam's all dressed up, ready to go.
I've been dressed up since 9 a.m. this morning. I mean, I'm excited to be here. So far, this game has seemed to have evened out in terms of this period. No goals for either team, but anything is possible.
I can't believe Cam slept after that overtime win last night from USF.
Did he sleep or did he just get dressed?
He was so amped up. I wouldn't be surprised if he slept at the rink.
Loose puck in front, shot. Oh, deflected. I'll tell you what, I think Cooper got a stick on that. Tampa's creating some chances this period. Clearly a different team that started the game as they've reached down. Again, still trailing by 4. However, you gotta love the effort, and they're gonna need it again. As we mentioned, goal differential, big part of getting there. That shot high and behind. Loose puck off the wall, centered by the Bulls. Nowhere to go with it. There's a battle. Lavolo, you know what? When you can't get the puck out, get it up off the wall, get it to center and regroup to try to live another play. You're trying to skate it out, and you know what's happening now? The Bulls are just jumping right on them.
They are able to meet, beat, and if they have to, chase them. And it's been a better period from Tampa, but you're right. I mean, USF is in firm control of this game right now.
Coming through is Kneeling. Kneeling takes a shot. That's blocked by Ott. Nice body on the boards. Spartans, couple of moves, shot just missed.
They need somebody to make a play. That's really what Tampa is missing right now to jumpstart their offense.
Well, maybe it'll be Joyce. Joyce comes in. Missed on the backdoor pass to DeFalco. Pass doesn't get through. Joyce there off the pads. Loose puck in front. Bulls able to clear it to the side. Now they bring it up, coming through with speed is Mudge. Mudge gets around Valette. Coward. Remember that poke check. And then a turnover coming right back. They make one good play and they turn the puck over. There's another good play by Cowart.
Offensive-minded defenseman.
Dumped in by DeFalco. He stays on the ice. First. Battle down low, picked up by DeRaspi. Comes up. Rossello. Big battle. Players go down. That's Weitzman again. So, uh-oh.
They're going to give both a 10-minute here.
No, did he give him a...
They just announced both players are going to get a 10.
Yeah, he's got, I thought it was the bench too.
Yeah, Reagan Lyon for Tampa.
Yeah.
And you saw sliding down to the ice for USF, Kevin Rosello, but it came from the USF bench. Rosello's going to get an explanation here, but...
So Joe Rhodes talking to the official. Walsh not saying anything.
I didn't hear
But
it.
is there going to be is he going to get a 2? Is Rosello getting a 2 and a 10 or just a 10 off? He's getting a 2 and a 10. That's what I thought.
I was just about to say, I remember there was an initial call against USF coming on this play, but that FAR official came in and signaled right at both benches, and arguably you only really see that case happen if there's a conversation between benches and two players that have instigated something that from a conversation. If you instigate something on the ice from a conversation, that's when you initiate the 10. I think it happened a little premature. Nobody could really expect that. But for Tampa, this is a massive opportunity, Lewis.
Yeah,
They
great
need it.
chance to cut into the lead. Here's the thing, too. There was an initial penalty being called. That was on Russello. That's why he's got the 2 and the 10.
Yeah.
But he gets 10. But for
have to sit for
Tampa
12.
yeah, he got the extra 10. But for Tampa's bench, for the player to do that, what was it? Oh,
Reagan
Lyon.
Yeah.
Why? Now you're out of the game. It's a championship game.
And he's a really important player.
He
So
is.
many goals this year out of Queensbury, New York, sophomore.
Well, Spartans are going to have to figure it out without him for the next 10 minutes or so. They got a power play, though, a chance. They've had a couple of scoring opportunities. Haven't found the back of the net yet. Hockey God's not awake for the Spartans. We'll see if they are right now. Back up top, my bad. Yeah, Rodriguez with it. Shot that one wide. Over on the far side, Considine. Back here to Rodriguez. Considine looking. That shot was deflected in front. Not sure that may have hit Sickles. Looking for a give and go. Can't get it back to him. Gelman gets the puck now. Gelman set up here on the half wall. Back up top. Gets it back to Gelman. He's looking. Drops it up to the point. There's a shot. Sideways. Comes in. That may have been blocked. Falco, there's a shot just wide. Got to hit the net, especially when you got Dietz out there.
Yeah, they had Larry Halp doing all kinds of digging in front of the net against Jonathan Heller, trying to play that bumper, but they ultimately take these shots from the point, and they're a little bit predictable. USF stepping in front of those pucks, packing a lunch.
Looks like Dietz is going to play special teams. I haven't seen him out 5-on-5, but it looks like he's going to at least play special teams, which is good to see.
It's a great note.
Yeah, you don't want to see any injuries. Koch popped that one up. Weitzman back up to the point to Hofberg. Hofberg, backdoor. Couldn't pull the trigger on that. Comes all the way back down.
And just for Tampa, another case of misdirection. They just are not getting pucks to the middle of the ice like they have yesterday. And this power play that Cowart really jump starts. Need a good finish right here. Get there first.
5 seconds left. I'll tell you what, that was a quick power play for this Spartans team. They got to be careful. They got a bull coming out of the box, a loose puck and a scramble. Now we got more pushing and shoving going on. The officials right there on top of it, doing a great job. Again, conference championships, they're going to let you play a little bit, but they're right on top. And I think that's why the officials quickly gave the 2 and the 10 to the boys, just so that, hey, they're sending a signal. We're in control of the game. It's a well-played game for the most part, at least by USF standards, right?
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything from them. The first, so dynamic. Tampa, better luck, better goaltending from Ench, and it's simply just been USF sticking with it defensively.
That shot got through, cleared to the side. Now they cycle it down. Getting rubbed out as McMillan. Loose puck right out in front on the side of the net. Holding on for dear life is Koch. He wants to say something, but he's not gonna. He's gonna keep a cool head right now.
And I said earlier, it was so important that they kept this from being a 5-0 game. The Bulls have rang iron twice in this period.
Yep.
Let's not forget that they have had some great stretch plays, 2-on-1s develop. Tampa, they've done better at getting Koch moving, but they have not found themselves in a high-quality scoring chance in just pretty much half this period, and that kind of adds up. USF, they are going to lock down the house, and they don't need Grant Dietz right now.
Big hit in the corner. Bulls able to get the puck going forward, though, with a lot of speed. That's Fliss. He comes in, takes the shot, just missed. I thought he was going high glove.
Same spot. Oh, look out, an extra
He just got tossed.
whack.
So walk away, Tampa. Bigger fish to fry.
I mean, Dangalon is not happy. He took that right to the ribs, and they are going to send away.
Fliss he's gone.
Yep, that's it. Will Fliss is out of here for USF, and we'll see what kind of goes on the board there, man. Took a Stick right to the rib area.
Yeah, we're going to see the officials. I don't know are they going to call spearing? He's definitely hurt.
Yeah, it's a rare call. You don't really see that a lot.
Officials talking to the captain.
It's a 5.
So we got a 5 in a game. So 4-on-4 for 3 minutes. Major penalty assessed to Fliss. Someone's got to go sit in the box. Looks like they're going to send Curran.
Now let's remember, this is quite the moment. A 5-minute major is an unlimited penalty unless you take one, or power play, unless you take a penalty. So even if the Spartans score, they would stay on it and then some. And Lewis, I think you've seen enough times or two where 5-minute majors, they can swing games in a big way. If you're Tampa, end of the period, you have got to press right now.
Yep.
Every effort you have. I know they've played 4 games in 4 days, and they've struggled to get things working in this game. I think it comes through Coward. I think they need to find a way to get Sickles active. Hofberg has been terrific this playoff. He's such a creative player, moves around well, has a great shot of his own. If they can win this draw and force USF defenders to move out of their post in front of that, where they can't block shots, you get one. Doesn't matter how. Crashing, tipped, whatever. You get that one started, you stay on it. I know it's going to be a 2-minute here, but you're going to still have 3 minutes of it and open ice to work with.
Yeah, 4-on-4 golden opportunity. The Spartans yesterday killed a 5-minute penalty against MTSU that was huge in the game. Now they got a 5-minute opportunity where they can keep scoring. Part of it's 4-on-4, part of it will be 5-on-4. Here's Gelman now. Gelman, far side pass, dropped it, just missed. Again, Tampa just a little off today, and you wonder about their legs. 4 games, 4 days. There's Coward. Again, just missed kneeling. He turns, makes a long pass. That goes off a Bull skate. They're able to clear. Coward said, you know what, I'm coming all alone. He brings the puck over here on the near side. Chip couldn't get around the second Bulls defender. Coming right back in your screen, Konigsmark. Konigsmark's got some time. Drops it over here to Duhaime. Duhaime with it. Hofberg on top of him. Brings it back up to the point. Nice little cycle there. These guys moving the puck pretty well. Heller, backhand pass. Shot, not much on it from First. Picks up his own rebound, though. First gets it down into the corner. Duhaime, backhand pass. Centered, comes all the way up to the point. Look at this. First comes right out in front.
Wow.
Coward there.
Coward stepped into him.
Big hit. Play continues. Hofberg gets it over to Kneeling. Kneeling chipped it up off the wall. 20 seconds left in the period. Kneeling. Stick check from behind. Great play. Here comes Mudge. Mudge now. Mudge throws it, bouncing puck as he had Ratliff going to the net. Pad pass there. Terrific play. Heads up play with 3 seconds left. You see Hofberg. You see over here Coward.
Players
if
on
you get
their
a
knees.
shot of that, Madison, the players with their hands on their knees.
Yeah.
They're obviously tired. They're exhausted. Ench has played really well this period. Want to make sure that we thank everybody for joining us here on College Hockey South, and especially our commissioner, Kyle Nell, putting all this together. The trophy going to be presented at the end of the third period. Final thoughts on the second.
A better push by Tampa. They, in the early part of the period, found themselves giving up 2-on-1s, trying to press and get forwards deeper. I felt like they made life tougher for Ryan Koch in net. On the USF side, though, Joe Rhodes has these guys going. They have been breaking the puck out, stretching the defense. They've been making Ench have to force to make saves. And to Tampa's discredit, I mean, they've been taking penalties at times. Their penalty kill, getting stops. And I think for USF, they are in a lockdown mode defensively. They're winning board battles. It starts with that F1. I think their F1s have been terrific to get there first and win that and ship it up the wall to their offhand wingers. And you jumpstart offense that way. I really think for Tampa, with 12 seconds of a 4-on-4 left, you're going to have 3 minutes of that 5-minute major. They've got to empty the tank. Whatever you have for a defenseman, get him active, pinch down low, make it a crashing play, get something in the net, because as we'll say now and remind you to the end of this game, the goal differential matters just as much if it is going to be USF ultimately coming out. So you want to see it, a fight in this, and 20 minutes to decide the M3 championship, right?
All right.
We've seen it all at Panthers IceDen, let's be honest.
That's true. 11:30 left on the clock before we get to the third period. I want to thank Visit Fort Lauderdale for sponsoring this tournament. The USF Bulls 4, Tampa Spartans 0. We'll be back for the third period. All right, turn me on. Cam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that was my bad. I didn't see
All right,
that.
so that was Jacob Duhame, one of the USF forwards. One of the coaches called him over, so I could not get him for an interview. But it seems like things have stabilized for both teams. USF obviously dominating the first period 4-0. And then Tampa evening things out, yet they couldn't get any goals in the back of the net. Neither could USF this period, so the Tampa defense has stepped up. This last period is going to be pivotal with the Tampa penalty only expiring in 12 seconds and the 3-minute major still being assessed to USF. So if Tampa wants a chance at possibly coming back, they got to get pucks on net during this penalty. Back to you guys.
All right, that'll wrap up the second period. We'll be back in exactly 10 minutes. right, welcome back, everybody. The third period. Is it the final period in the season for the Tampa Spartans? They've got an opportunity here, Devin, to make a statement. In 12 seconds, they're going to have a 3-minute, the balance of a major penalty, unlimited scoring opportunity. They haven't been able to get on the board yet, but they have a chance to cut this lead from 4 right now.
I had the chance to speak with some assistant coaches for USF down at the break, and the biggest thing that they're impressed with is how they are meeting the defensemen for Tampa and beating them on the boards, cycling pucks, getting the offense stretched out. For Tampa, you saw the fatigue level being a problem for them, and that's really caused them to sometimes cheat on plays, throw pucks out to places that it shouldn't go, and USF has capitalized, and you saw how they did that in the first. If you're them right now, you kill off this 3-minute, what's left of the 5-minute major on Fliss, who, by the way, did not pick up a disqualification, just a game in the 5. Big importance because they'll have them for their first game at Nationals. It'd be huge for them to seal this game out. Tampa, this is the game right now. You have got to get it going. At least one on this 3-minute man advantage.
Well, the whistle has blown. The officials are ready. The players are ready. And hope you're ready at home. 4-0. All in the first period. All early in the first period. They got started quick and often. But the effort of that second period by this Tampa Spartans team, is it something they can build on? Absolutely. And if I'm Walshy, I'm saying, listen, you got to win this period. You got to give it your all. And then you got to hope that you have a chance for St. Louis with the computer rankings and the Russian judge. All right, Valencia in to take the draw. 12 seconds. We're going to skate 4-on-4. Dietz was out there skating around a little bit. Always good to see. All right, here's Coward, Hoffberg. I think it was like 4-something when that penalty occurred. Shot, save, big shot right away coming in. So now they've got the major for the balance of the 249. They can continue scoring if they can get on the board the first time. Nearly an opportunity put in right there.
And that pass D to D doesn't work. That is a tough miscue to get started. You need to get on sync here.
Weitzman.
USF, it's floating off the Tampa sticks. They can't get that first pass going, Lewis.
Yeah, it's been that way all night. And again, you wonder how much fatigue is involved in that. So dumped in, 2:17 left. Valencia there, turn fired up off the boards. Coward can't get there, comes all the way back. Oh, turnover coming in. Unbelievable. What a beautiful goal on another turnover that ends up in the back of the Tampa net. Not much Ents can do about that. And the big bull himself, Dietz, only playing special teams. He just comes in, makes a move on a turnover by Coward. 5-0.
Yeah, Jake Nealing rimmed this up the boards, and this is a tough play. Coward cannot handle Dietz's pressure up the far boards. They get a race for it at neutral ice. Coward has inside position, but he tries to backhand this out to the neutral zone. Dietz is right on his leg, right on his step. He takes that puck away himself. That is the guy that you cannot leave open. He goes backhand, tucks it past the glove side of Luke Ench, and that is a killer. I think that is the stamp on a USF dominant game.
Well, that may be the dagger on the conference championship, but here's the thing. Timeout by Walsh. You know why? Because that Tampa bench is saying the exact same thing that you and I are saying, Devin. Guys, we got to slow this train down. We got to stop the running of the bull, and it's got to happen right now, and we got to get on the board.
Well, everything's still at stake.
100%.
You cannot lose by 5 or more goals when you just beat a Middle Tennessee State team. I know maybe they used all their gas in the tank to beat Middle Tennessee State. I don't know if you can come back from this deficit now, but you have got to make this at least a 4-3 or even 2-goal deficit so that you give yourself a better case in the computer rankings to make the top 16 at large.
Yeah, you played your way, more than likely played your way in with a good game yesterday, but you could be playing your way right back out.
They're number 19 in the last rankings. Today is the final ranking period. You will find out this week who is going to St. Louis in 2 weeks' time.
That's deflected, comes up. So you're going to see in the rankings, they beat the number 2 team in the country 5-2, and then the next day they come back. Number 6, I think, is Tampa. Now they come back 2-on-1. 2-on-1 pass right across, just missed. That's a shorthanded 2-on-1, Devin.
Yeah, just a step out of sync. I mean, this looks like a Tampa team that is just going through the motions right now. I don't think they know where to go with the puck.
I think they're physically and emotionally drained from yesterday.
For sure.
4 games in 4 days, and it's just taken a toll on them. Because clearly they have enough talent to be successful and have fun in St. Louis. Oh, right on the doorstep, the official's there, the net comes off. We got some more pushing and shoving. I don't think they have a goal. Official standing right there, guys.
Enzo Duraspi knocked it off, which this is going to stay in USF zone. 44 seconds left until the Bulls, Ethan Curran, is let out of the box. And, you think about where Tampa had dropped, right? They became the number 5 seed after they got jumped by Florida Gulf Coast, South Carolina, were the 15 and 16 teams. And that just shows you how important the regular season is. Game 1 to the final, because those losses to USF by 5+ goals when they allowed all the power plays, that absolutely changed everything for their playoff outlook.
Yeah, because it looked like they were going to be a lock. College Hockey South had both teams from the West Coast in. But now, bubbling on the border, here's Hofberg. Hofberg makes a pass to Cowart. Cowart went down in the corner. Weitzman there. Spartans able to keep it in. 16 seconds left. Looking Hofberg. Back door. Cowart with the shot. That was blocked. Down to Valencia. 5 seconds left. Wow. What an opportunity. The Spartans couldn't take advantage. Coming right back. There's a loose puck. Curran is back out. There's a ripper. Oh, he took down Hofberg. Shot it wide on an open net. Cowart obviously didn't do that. Hoff gets back up. He stays on the ice because the puck is on his side. Throws the body. Coming in now. Taking a shot. Rebound. Second one. And a goal. Big play on a shot. Hustle Nick McMillan. Big Mac gets him on the board. 5-1 Tampa.
Well, Jake Nealing starts this play out. First, he prevents the zone entry from USF. Then on the far wing, they get an initial shot on goaltender Ryan Koch. That doesn't go, but he allows this one from the boards out. Pouncing is Nick McMillan on the off wing, and it goes into the air. He gets it right from his twig off the bounce, and it just slides underneath the pad of Koch as he dove over from left to right. It's a start. It's something for Tampa to build off.
I was just going to say, I meant 5-1 Tampa. I meant to say 5-1 USF, but the Bulls still up and in control. However, the Spartans after that timeout have responded.
And Lewis, it's a busy week for Tampa teams. I mean, the women's team right now is dominating Alabama on the women's final. Last I checked, it's 4-0 in
They
the
won.
third. Oh, it's over. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Congratulations. What a win yesterday over Florida. What an effort by that limited roster.
DeFalco carried the puck far side. McMillan was offside. Officials right on top of that. 15:57 left. Third period, 5-1. So Tampa on the board finally. Can they get one more? Can they get two more? You got to get the next one. You're not going to get four in one shot. Not even Michael Purowitz can do that. But
last thing I'll say about the Tampa program, it's great to see the women's team get redemption. Alabama was their only College Hockey South loss in the last couple of years, and they complete that arc. And they'll be at AAU Nationals in Jacksonville.
back to the D, comes up here on the near side, turn fired, far side pass. Fleer with that. Fleer just missed. They got a man coming back right away. They're sending guys out. But you create one chance on one end. If you don't connect, you're giving up an odd man rush on the other. Here comes Mack. Mack with it. Backhand. Gets it deep. That was a pass to himself as he gets a shot off. Smart play. He just dumped it. He knew where he was going to get rubbed out. Went under the Bulls player. Got the puck. And went out. There's Ott. Valencia clears it to the side. Right here on the near side. Spartans. There's Mack again. It's rubbed off that time, but he's relentless. Heller. Coming through was Mudge. Throws it toward the net. It's going to be picked up behind there by Kolowa. Down low, cycled into the corner, back up to the point. Spartans just scored, finally. Had a couple of good chances. But if you look at the slow start, down 4-0, the last period in 6 minutes, it's been a 1-1 game. But every mistake they've made, they've paid for. There's an opportunity coming in, taking a shot. Great play. Caught the pass with Sickles right on the blue line. And you know what he did well? He got the shot off. He wasn't going to split the D. He didn't have enough speed.
Yeah.
But he got the shot off and created an opportunity.
That's what Sickles can do more of. He's kind of been, I'll say it, quiet in this game.
Bulls coming right back. Terrific job by Cowart. Oh, turnover again. Cowart made a shot and a score. Oh, Bogdanov. They're going high on Ench. Cowart makes a great play, uses the body, textbook. He goes, he leaves the zone because he's looking to jump in on the rush. Spartans can't get him the puck, and then they turn it over. Again, another goal on a turnover. 6-1. The running of the Bulls continues.
Yeah, Kevin Rosello for USF is the reason that happens. He prevents this exit, and you Tampa, you said it, they're already trying to fly out of the zone, get moving on offense. That shifts the defense, that opens up Bogdanov for a lane. He rips this from the top of the dots and over the shoulders of Luke Ench.
Bouncing puck comes over to Cowart.
How many times you said today USF has had just a perfect shot? That was one of them.
Oh, they've had some lasers right on top, and they're all going high. They found what they decided to do, Coach Rhodes and the staff, and they're shooting high on Ench. But Tampa already called their timeout, got on the board, gave up another goal. They got to keep playing. The last thing they want, too, is they don't want some 9-2 game out there, right? They want to try to get right back.
Yeah.
6-2, 6-3, maybe you still make St. Louis. Depends on what else happened. Down low, Hoffberg. Centering pass to Gelman, doesn't get through. Fleer there. Turnover. Spartans didn't see it. A little late to the party was Antonaccio and couldn't keep that puck in. Spartans trying to steal it at center, couldn't do it. Here's Curran now. Curran playing for his hometown team. Says, I'm just going to turn and fire it in. Cause Ench to make it. 12:28 left.
You look at scenarios in the top 16 and who they're fighting with. Florida Gulf Coast and South Carolina were at 15 and 16. Florida Gulf Coast was another team that needed to win a big game against a high-ranked opponent. They don't, but they keep it close. That's something to watch if the Eagles somehow squeak up. Now, Fairfield's in at 14. They haven't been ranked all year. As far as I know, they are ineligible for nationals. They have not played the minimum required games to play. So that's another spot. Look out. Oh, no. Bull just got caught right in the face with a puck.
Hopefully he's okay. All the players are there. Some of the Spartan players are there as well. They're getting, I think they're signaling for the trainer.
Yeah, this was just, I believe, a turnaround try that, you know, these players wear cages, Lewis, but
right.
They don't really have the neck protection area. Oh, man, this was, friendly fire. It was shot by Jace Konigsma, and it caught his teammate right in the neck area. That's Frankie Morano, or rather, Max Ratliff.
Yeah,
He's had 2 goals today.
I'll tell you, he's holding himself. He's holding, like, right on his collarbone. Joe asked him if he needs somebody. He said no. Couple inches to the center, and that could have been really dangerous setup. Thankfully, he's okay.
Tough guy. That's a shot at full bore.
Whoa, high stick. Bulls touch up. A blast from the point, pad save. Hey, let's give some credit to Koch. We're talking about Tampa, right? They've had some good chances, not as many as the Bulls, but they've had some good chances and good shots, and he's been solid back there.
At the moment, he's stopped 33 of 34. The biggest one that I think of is first period late, he had a sliding stop against, I believe it was Reagan Lyon or Atanasio, but that was their key, was to get him moving, because when he faces a first shot, he's been terrific. Hasn't given up rebounds like he's needed, and if he has, USF has been right there to clear lanes and beat out defenders.
Backdoor pass, just missed on that. Spartans are pinching in. Puck squirts free. Coming back.
Forwards, rather.
Yeah, Mr. Weitzman.
And Lewis, I would preface to say, if you're a Tampa fan, that win should count more for you than just losing to USF. Granted, and some big blows being laid out here. Oh my goodness.
Weitzman
Something
trying
to cheer about.
Yeah, Weitzman trying to throw the body around. Königsberg took the check and Weitzman went down. So the Spartan bench went from jumping up and down to the USF bench jumping up and down. So now we got a charging call. Ryan Joyce losing his mind. Needs to go to the box. Composure, mental fatigue taking its toll right now.
Yeah,
you don't need. Now we got a 10-minute.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Just couldn't.
Don't want to see that.
Couldn't let it go. He's arguing his case to the linesman that was carrying him to the box, and of course he said the last thing. And he went right after a bull in that far corner and just cleaned his clock into the boards. I think it's a good call.
100%. The officials are right on target. They have been. You know what? You don't put yourself in a position for the official to make a call like that. He's going to make it 100 times out of 100. And you saw a couple of physical hits by Weitzman. Weitzman is the guy who got the 5-minute yesterday that could have cost him a chance at today. There's a shot right on top of Ench. And now he's throwing the body, makes a clean hit over there, clean hit over here, got away with it, him and Königsmark. But listen, if you're making a hit to try to separate them from the puck, fine. But don't make a hit just to make a hit and play tough guy when you're, down five goals in the third period. All right, back up top now. There's a shot. Ench with the save. Loose puck. Oh, thought that was in the back of the net. They just missed. Spartan stick got in there. Here's Coward. Coward trying to get around. Couldn't do it. Coward's got a penalty now as he goes high into the chops of a Bull player. I think he hit 21. He hit Lorius. As he came in, he followed through Devin high right into the chops. Cross check. Another easy call. There's 10 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third period. It could be the season if the Bulls don't maintain, or the Spartans don't maintain their composure. My apologies.
I just think this is kind of a rhythm of their season. A very talented team, fast, physical, but when things go wrong, it has spiraled for them. And you're seeing the effects of that right now in USF, like they have earlier this year and a lot, have an opportunity on the power play to really suffocate. Wow, what a stop.
Backdoor pass to Mudge. Eminem all alone. Just couldn't pull the trigger on the one time. Oh, look at this. Here comes Mr. Dietz. Grant, lost the puck. He's healthy again for the power play. A two-man power play. You'd like to think that the Spartans team playing hard still, that's deflected in front. You'd like to think that they continue that effort. Holding on, pass, one-timer. That may have went off the back or the side of the net. There's a shot in front. Lair hopped, and he turns. That's the effort you need right there.
Good pursuit, yeah, 5-on-3, it's tough. You leave two guys wide out in front. That's sailed over top of the goal, and 12 seconds left until they get back to 5-on-4.
So they get Joyce back in just a few. Gelman trying to go around. Good play by the Bulls defense. That was Mudge on that. Back up top. Now it's a 5-on-4. Penalty kill. There's a skate. Cleared all the way back down immediately. They're going to get Mack out on the ice. He and Lavulo. 18 seconds left. I mean, it is very quiet in here right now. The Bulls up 6-1, under 9 minutes left. That was Mudge. Far side shot, deflected. All right, back to even strength. Coward's out. Coward's coming in. He's got a chance, maybe one-on-one. Coward shot, score! Out of the box, into the net. He and the puck. Spartans strike again, twice this period. Trace Coward. And to show that he has his head in the game, he went in, he scored, went into the net and took Mudge out, or he took Koch out, but then he got up and said, hey, sorry, gave him a little tap.
Yeah, well, this happens. Nick McMillan finds him, and the pursuit on the kill by Ethan Gelman and Tommy Atanasio. Bouncing puck, slides to him in the lost out. They're pressuring Rosello and Cowart. That's the perfect timing to get a guy out of the box. He goes upstairs, glove side. As going down, as you mentioned, was Koch, and 6-2. It helps your case a little bit more.
Right back at him. The Bulls, now they got a chance. Had an odd man rush. Dumped it in, picked up by the Bulls. Now they're coming back. Coming through speed, Bogdanov. He just dumps it in. Here's Cowart. TC. College Hockey South All-Star, showing what he's made of. A little more energy again in this Tampa Spartan team. Lair hopped in. Remember, it started with that kill. Lair hop was a big part of that first section. Right behind, big save. Way out of his net was Ench. He came way out on that one. He was not going to get played again.
You see Ench making more of those stops earlier in the first. He was kind of sitting back, Lewis. Now he's challenging those pucks when they come in isolated, and he's made the stop more times than not.
Lots of hitting. Now is a penalty. They just can't maintain composure. You got two referees with their hands up.
Yeah.
They may get two different penalties on this.
Lewis, Reagan Lyon is screaming at Owen Considine, what are you doing? Because Considine could not stop cross-checking that player down on the ice. 23 in black is a presumed
They're going
goal.
to take two.
They're going to take both him and Lehrhaupt.
I don't know. You know what that is? That's just lack of focus, lack of immaturity. Because he was in front of the Bulls bench, you thought you're in the NHL and you're going to razz the guy and face wash him. And you just pissing away your season. Oh.
They're actually going to are they going to send?
Well, there's a 2-minute. Considine just chipped the puck away from Pete. He's lucky he didn't get a penalty there.
He's lucky to get a game right there.
Absolutely. Did you see it?
I did.
It was sitting right here, and he just threw the puck down that way.
So their help is given the penalty, and this is a Bulls power play. Again, they have only scored one-man advantage, to Tampa's credit, I guess, but they've had so many opportunities, and it's really killed any sort of offensive momentum for the Spartans.
I'll tell you what, these officials have been really, really good. I know a lot
They've been honest.
Yes, exactly. There's a bouncing puck. They did a good job reading the room when they gave the game misconduct, but not the DQ. Multiple times they could have given out penalties a lot worse, as that one squirted behind Ench and off his skate. Into the corner, there's a shot back into the corner. Right there. That's another example where the officials could have just blasted Tampa. They're not making life easy. Back door. Now we got another penalty.
Yep.
This one's going to be McMillan.
They are going to give him. And official signals contact to the head.
Yep. 2.
5-on-3 coming again. And I, you talk about composure, and I just think it's been that kind of end. I mean, USF, they have had their way in this battle of the beach, and they're sending out
absolutely
Tampa Spartan. That's Nick McMillan. He's gone.
He's banging on the glass, banging on the glass. Very disappointing. Had a really good weekend.
Yeah, he was really a star player all over, 2 ways of the ice. That's a senior as well, I believe, and. 6:46 left.
Could be his last game ever.
Could be, yeah.
Now they got to send another player. They got 3 people in the box. They got 1 that just got thrown out. If you're looking at, college football, when they have all the judges, right, all the guys making decisions in the room, and you watch games, if you watch this, you're going to say, what are you guys doing? There's a big hit by Weitzman.
I mean, USF will take it all day.
Absolutely.
I mean, credit to Joe Rhodes and his guys not retaliating on these things either.
Yeah, and Joe's one of my Philly boys. Grew up in Philadelphia in the same town in Aston, PA. Tough guy. His son Alex, leading goal scorer ever.
I got to say, whoever has to play this USF team at Nationals, they are going to be a tough out no matter what. They've got so many different weapons. Well coached. And they're turning on at the right time, and that's really what you need. And it's going to be a great conference championship for them. I know how much that means to this group and where they are at as a program and how they've grown into being this top contender.
Dietz back out there again. Takes a shot that's blocked. Cowart doing everything he can, 22 in the red and black. Battling 1-on-2. Look at that effort. That's all-star effort, and that's why he's a College Hockey South All-Star. Ench again with the big save. Remember, this game was 4-0 early on, and then it's 2-2 since, despite the ice being lopsided. Cowart effort, relentless. So they get 1 back. That's the second 5-on-3 they've killed off in the last 10 minutes. Spartans trying to chip that one, just missed on that as we approach the 5-minute mark in the 3rd period. Dietz looking for the return, nothing there. Kong just threw it to center. Here's the other thing. It may have been a blessing that pulled muscle or whatever happened against Dietz in that very first period, because they've done this a lot without him. Granted, he's played power play and stuff, but it was 4-0 without Dietz playing a lot of that first period.
It just goes to show how much they've grown. At the start of the season, we were talking about, is this team just one line with Duhaime? Look out.
1,000%.
Bryson Uhrig, a guy that can shoot the puck really well. You know, Cam's sitting here, and I think he'd attest to this, that if you want to join our conversation, Cam, the depth and how much Joe Rhodes has gotten more guys to support Dietz, to support Duhaime, has been terrific. And I really think this blue line, led by Pearson Lee, company, Ryan First, they are clicking at the right time right now.
Yeah, and Coach Rhodes emphasized before that this is the most depth and the most talented team that he's ever coached, and it's showing right now, holding a strong lead over the Spartans. And from the games that I've called for the Ice Bulls, this isn't necessarily a new revelation. This is a very talented team going up against a very talented Tampa squad. So it's very commendable to see how well the Bulls are performing right now.
You know, you talk about the Bulls being top heavy. That line is just that dominant. It has nothing to do that the other three lines can't be dominant, and they are, to your point.
Exactly what I emphasized before. That's just, like I said, the depth from this USF team is a lot deeper and a lot more gritty and talented than of years prior.
There's a goal. Hoffberg got it started. Gelman with the goal on the rebound. 6-3, 4 minutes, 2 seconds left. That may be something that gets them back to St. Louis. Again, they have played so much of this game shorthanded. They had 3 guys in the box, 1 on the locker room. Cowart, before this goal happened, on that PK, Cowart was outstanding. That's leadership. You don't have to put a letter on anybody's sweater when they lead by example. Cowart, terrific back there. Now, just a 3-goal game.
And you also got to give credit to Gelman, who did finish on the goal. Jake Nealing started out number 3, or rather Cal Harrington, who's been a really good forward for them, underappreciated. And you said it, 3 goals. Every single one matters, Tampa Spartan fans. I commend them for at least doing that. 6-3 game with 3:40 to go.
They're going to need to have a relentless effort still. Just missed on that. If that hits the net, it's in. That one maybe too. Oh, that's deflected. Went 5-0 backhand shot, score! Hoffberg! Holy cow! Don't leave yet. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left. When the Bulls focus, or when the Spartans focus, they can play with anybody. They showed you that yesterday. They have come down from 4. They have come down from not 1, not 2. 2-man advantages by the Bulls. And since being outshot and outscored 4-0, they have outscored this USF Bulls team 4-2, and Joe Rhodes with the timeout now.
And Ethan Gelman fed this out in front. Good finish by Hoffberg. I liked how when Gallant shot this from the puck, Tampa on this strong side of the ice kept the play alive. They pushed this from the end wall out to the front, and you know that's a rare compliment we can give a Spartan. Ethan Gelman, he beats out Pearson Lee to this puck, and all day the story has been how USF defenders have been getting to the pucks first, making life tough, not allowing the pass out in front, essentially. And I think that's a good finish for Hoffberg, just to get confidence in this group. And look, I mean, we've been talking about what does it mean to get this game closer. This is a new hockey game. 3:26 to go. They just scored 2 in less than a minute.
It's 100%. We saw that yesterday with Kennesaw and UCF. UCF had that game wrapped up. Huge lead. And then we saw Kennesaw come all the way back and tie it, only to go down in overtime. But there's no quit. And there's right now one of my players of the game for the Spartans, Cowart, on the blue line. They turn, they get it forward right away. Trying to take a quick shot, picked up at the point. Bulls, look at this. Dietz out there now at a critical time. And he just fires it down the other end. Smart play by the Bulls leader. Here's Cowart, he gets around 1. Cowart looking, dumps it, rims it around. Koch has got to stay, coming in hard. Lehrhop with the puck. Big hit down low. Bulls up and off the boards. It's going to be an icing call coming all the way back. No, it's waved off. Why? Dietz is there. He pulls up, comes, tries to wrap it. Terrific play by Dietz. He came out, tried to wrap it. Ench was there, made a better play. And again, another heads-up play. 22 in the red and black. He could have creamed Dietz there. And he just pulls up. Hold on, buddy. We're good. Let's play again.
Well, we said it. Tampa's a fast team. When they are on it, they fly and stretch the ice. And that was an unfortunate icing waved off for them, but 2:45 left. They need to get this puck, throw it to the zone, get the red line, and chip it in. You need a clean breakout. You're going to get maybe 3 to 4 good looks left in this game. You get 1 to tie. Boy, that would be incredible.
Imagine that. Well, you got your guys on the ice. Hofberg, one of them there. Turn, fired all the way around. Oh, crazy bounce off the boards. Comes back to the Spartans. Hofberg shot, save. Oh, on the back door. Can you imagine if that would have happened? Empty net. He does pull him. I was wondering if he was gonna.
There goes 6 on 5.
Turnover. Shot comes all the way down. Icing's the call.
Wow. I mean,
I was just gonna ask if he pulls him or he does not pull him. A bounce off the board. Maybe the hockey gods are awake like this Spartan team.
yeah, this hit something deep
In the
inside
stanchion.
the stanchion. Yeah, it was Pearson Lee, a routine dump out, roaming the boards. And, you know, who has been active in this last third is Ethan Gelman. I mean, number 24, they have got to get him the puck. He's been so good to jumpstart their offense.
Coward up top. Coward looking, gets a shot through, loose puck, backhand, right there, still there, big scramble. Holy cow. Everybody's there pushing and shoving. Referees, they're looking, oh. Reagan Lyon looking for a defenseman that covered the puck.
He's saying, yeah, the hand. That
Yeah.
would be a delay of game.
Could be a penalty shot, right?
Yes.
Depending on where it is.
Sure. It's kind of in the vicinity of the blue crease. If it's for sure like a chance that Koch won't make the save on it and they're going to poke it, then I could see an argument for it. But I think they're just going to skate them all away. 1:48 left. So you get a switch up. You get Hofberg out there. That's a big guy, number 86 in black.
Officials right there on top. There was so many bodies in front. Shot. Oh, he just missed.
That was it. That was it for 86 in black.
Hofberg. Turn. Kept in. Coward. Bouncing puck. Unbelievable. This is the game we thought we were going to see. Hofberg looking up to the sky. He missed an open net, and he doesn't miss often. Just missed. Look at Koch hanging on the side over there.
I mean, he is tired as heck. This is the most pressure he's seen. 1, all game. 2, the amount of pursuit, chase, and free up shooters in the middle. You can right now see USF is just chasing, trying to hold on.
Coward keeps that one in. They go down low. Right out in front, bouncing puck comes to the point. Kept in by Coward again at the point. Minute 23 left. Big hit behind on the far side. Kneeling. All the way across to Gelman. Gelman picks it up now. Where's he going? They got Hofberg on the backside. Coward takes a shot, blocked in front. Dietz. Maybe not at 100%, but giving 100% effort. Backdoor. Hofberg back up top. They got to get a shot off. 55 seconds left. Comes through. Here's a battle right now. Could be the end of the game. No. Spartans win that one. They go in on the far side.
Great retrieval.
Hofberg. Backdoor. Gelman shot. In front. May have hit a player. Diving puck.
I think that was Ryan first out in front, Lewis.
Kneeling comes all the way back down. 30 seconds left. Leaves it for Hofberg. They got to hurry. They're yelling, hurry. TC coming in, poked away, backhanded, not down. 16 seconds left. Maybe one more shot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The conference championship goes to the University of South Florida Bulls in the Battle of the Bay. They started strong. They held on, couldn't put the Spartans away. But congratulations to the green and gold. They did it again.
Just a relentless fight to the end. Final 4 minutes by Tampa. You could tell that they really felt the jump when Coward got him started out of the penalty box in the first goal. I mean, what a period by Ethan Gelman to jumpstart all of that. Hofberg gets him closer, but USF, they built that lead in the first, Lewis, 4-0. They answered 2 in this third, and just an incredible effort by this whole team, number 2 seed, to win in overtime last night and take down their rivals for the 3rd straight time. And they win a conference championship and are going to nationals.
How about that, Koch and Ensch? I think what you're seeing right now, the great state of Florida, the hockey capital of the world, you're going to see 2 teams that are going to make it. I think it would be hard-pressed to not bring this Tampa Spartan team. They can absolutely play with anybody. They've shown it. They battled back. If they don't have to fight themselves, they can do it.
You know, Lewis, that push was so incredible by them. They almost evened up the shot totals completely. 48, 1 in favor of USF to 47. You know, Ryan Koch gets the win, stopping 43 of those. And, you know, we gave a lot of this conversation today about Luke Ensch and what it meant for Tampa to have him in nets. But I think for USF, they are a complete team. They have pieces to support Dietz. I mean, he didn't play a lot of 5-on-5 today.
No.
You know, it was mainly special teams for him, and he still potted a shorthanded goal in this one. Just goes to show you what kind of player he is, maybe even not at 100%. And, you know, as far as the argument for Tampa, a 2-goal deficit to a number 6 team in the country. They beat number 2 yesterday. I think the computer is going to side with them. They're fighting with Florida Gulf Coast, South Carolina, Fordham right at that bubble. But I can't see a reason why they don't get a boost here in the point spread. And, you know, credit to both sides on an incredible finish, but a great season for Joe Rhodes and even the Jack Walsh and the Spartans on their run here.
Absolutely. We got our commissioner, Kyle Nell. So the MVP, Koch, gets the MVP jersey from the commissioner. And then they'll have the captain come up and get the trophy. We lost our cameraman, or not our cameraman, our sideline reporter. He is out celebrating with his school and his classmates. Would you like to go down and pick that up?
You know, I think
The
Cam.
gear's down now.
I think Cam can appreciate being the voice of the USF Bulls. That trophy. I think we can make that happen for sure.
Maybe you can get an interview with Cam. There you go. Spartans. 6-4. You'd have never thought that was coming. It was 4-0. The ice was completely tilted. And then, once they got out of the box, once they stayed out of the box, they got their legs about them, and then they turned around, and they made it a game. Hofberg missed a net, and he's played absolutely phenomenal. They're here, a big reason is 86. But Hofberg just wide on that shot, and it ends 6-4. But if he hits that, Devin's going down to get some on-ice interviews. But if he hits that shot, who knows what happens? Because everybody in the stands is looking around like, are you kidding me? Is this really happening? So you see the USF Bulls, College Hockey South M3 champion, headed to St. Louis. Devin and I will be there. We don't know what games we're going to have yet. You need to subscribe to Flow Hockey. Flow Hockey will have all of those games. Let's see. Mr. Devin, can you hear me? All right, he's got me. So we're going to turn it over to our new sideline reporter, Mr. Everything, Devin Sarah. Devin, take it away.
Yeah, Lewis, they're going to gather with the trophy here with Commissioner Kyle Nell, the presentation. We'll let them gather for their team photo. But you look at the stats from tonight. Max Ratliff started in the first period, 2 goals for him, and an impressive effort on the penalty kill. They held Tampa off the board on the power play. 4 goals in the third by Tampa, by the way, for USF to survive that flurry. And, Koch holding the playoff MVP. And how about goaltenders getting some playoff MVPs last night in M2? It was Gunnar Stevens for Florida Atlantic. Just an incredible year from a standpoint of a program that didn't know what there would be. They had a really dominant top line. They had great depth. But in the end, Joe Rhodes has built them to a complete team. They're a Nationals lock. They might even bump up in the rankings thanks to this result. Top 5 in the nation, possibly, and that's a big deal in pool play. They're going to add a puppy into the photo as well. I mean, we're just doing this on the fly. I mean, Lewis.
A puppy in the cup.
In the bowl.
You got to love it. Oh, yeah. I love that. Hold on. We got to take a picture of that. That's a beautiful thing. My wife would love that. How cool. Look at him. That's a baby bull there for you, Dev.
Unbelievable. Awesome.
That was so spontaneous, right?
Sure.
Maybe we can get Joe Rhodes.
I think it'd be good to talk Jonathan Heller. There's our Cam Sharilla holding the trophy. The voice of the USF Bulls. Great job all year, all week from him. See if we can get in here and talk to him, man. Searching for Grant Dietz. Grant, can we talk with you on television for a moment? Thank you, Grant. Awesome to see you in this final. We know how long time you felt to lead this team. You are the player of the year once again. Just tell me, though, how much this feels from your standpoint to get it done with your team.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, making the finals last year, not getting it done, and then this year, reimbursing ourselves. And, yeah, it was a great performance by everybody.
Maybe didn't see you as much ice time as we expected. We know a little banged up in that first, but you still got a shorthanded goal. What is it that is so fun about the game for you playing at this level?
Yeah, ice opens up a bit more. Can use my speed, but, I just have great teammates passing me the puck, giving me the opportunities.
You guys lost a heartbreaker in your conference championship last year to Middle Tennessee State. How much of a motivation did you talk about this year accomplishing your goals? And is this one of the goals checked in the box, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we've been talking about all year. There's been a lot of Middle Tennessee talk. That game last year stung a little. So, we wanted this.
Incredible job. We know you have more on the way. We'll see you in St. Louis in 2 weeks, but enjoy this one today. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Grant Dietz, our player of the year in men's Division III. You can go celebrate with your teammates. We're going to talk some more. And Cam Sharilla still with the trophy. Let's see if we can talk to the overtime winner as well. Overrated coming from Jace Kenigsma. And some more photos going on. The reason I want to talk to Jonathan Heller, that overtime win last night, a beaten and battered game with Florida Gulf Coast, and they came to play. This is a great one. Aaron Kalua, captain for USF, live here on College Hockey South YouTube. Aaron, as captain for this team, we asked Dietz about the loss to Middle Tennessee State last year, and I know you and Joe created a plan to get back to this point. What does it mean for you and your team to hoist this trophy?
Oh, it means everything. It's awesome. We worked hard all year, and going in, early morning practices all year long, like I said, and it means so much that it finally came together this year.
A lot of what we heard from your assistant coaches was you winning board battles. After playing in overtime last night, how much energy was in the tank for this game when you were able to get out to that 4-0 lead over Tampa?
When you're playing a championship game, you're going to have energy no matter how late you were playing the night before. So we were all ready. We knew what we had to do, and we did it.
Talk to me about your goaltender, Ryan Koch. 46 saves in his performance. How much does that mean for him to get player of the game?
It obviously means a ton to him to get player of the game. He played amazing back there for us, and I'm so happy we were able to win, and he was able to win MVP.
All right, you guys are going to play at Nationals. What's the focus for that when you head to the tournament?
Same thing, execution and winning hockey games.
Excellent. Enjoy this one today. Aaron, congratulations on your conference championship.
Thank you, sir.
Aaron Kalua there on College Hockey South YouTube. And Lewis, tempted to get one more player if we can from this side. Well, hey, come here, Cam. All right, part of our broadcast crew this week. Great job working with you, Mr. Shirilla. We saw you hoisting the trophy, but this one means a lot. Why?
It's my senior year of college, and the fact that this is the first time since 2019 that the Bulls have won a conference title is absolutely unreal. I'm elated right now. I'm so happy. I actually want to give you big thanks, and to the rest of the people here at College Hockey South, for allowing me to come down to broadcast. I did everything, play-by-play, color commentary, reporter work, and this is just propelling me to the next level of my career and preparing me for the real world. And I just want to give a huge thanks to everyone here at College Hockey South, to my friends and family watching at home. I love you all to death. Thank you for believing in me, and I love you all so much. This is the biggest accomplishment of my life, and I couldn't be happier. So thankful to all of you, and go Bulls.
I'm just glad you still have your voice. I mean, that overtime against Florida Gulf Coast, you weren't sure what state you'd be in. For you, I want to ask one last thing. Who is your favorite player that you've seen this tournament on South Florida?
Man, that's a tough choice because, you know, picking favorites, it's kind of like choosing your favorite dessert. You know, you got chocolate bars, red velvet cake. There's a lot to choose from, but in all honesty, I've got a couple in mind. Koch being one of them, making some of the best saves of the entire tournament. He obviously won the MVP for today, and I'm very proud of him. Grant Dietz, you cannot ever talk about USF hockey unless you involve big number 17. There's a reason he's one of the best players in the entire country, and there you go. And honestly, just kudos to the entire Bulls staff, the entire Bulls team. And a bit of a wild card pull is Max Ratliff. Ratliff had those first 2 goals at the beginning of the game. He was one of the players that had to step up, and he did just that. I'm very proud of him, and I'm very proud of all those guys.
Excellent, Cam. Enjoy this one, and thank you for your work on the College Hockey South YouTube this week. Congrats. Enjoy this.
Thank you very much, Devin. Great job, guys. I'm happy to be here. Go Bulls once again.
There you have it. Now, Louis DiPaolo, all kinds of emotions. And, you know, when they came off and flew the gloves and all that, bit of a calmer celebration. You can tell they're focused and ready for what's ahead.
Yeah, it was a great way to end it. A little bit more focus, maybe a little bit more nerves. The Spartans came back, but the USF Bulls, the poise, the composure, they held on. They did a great job. Cam that was a great interview. He was here all weekend, great kid. Nice to see. He came up and he said, hey, I really want to celebrate with my team, with my classmates. Do you mind? Absolutely. Go have fun, go enjoy it. He did exactly what he wanted to do, and you should enjoy it. Devin, it has been great working with you here all weekend. You're terrific. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing what you got going on in your next venture here as you keep going up and up and up the ladder. Just remember us, all of us here, you did a great job this weekend.
You know, Louis, we had so much fun last night in the M2 Championship with the great Craig Minervini, and you've been around this conference for so long. Your relationship with the players, I see how many people come up to you and say hello. That means the world, seeing how you build those connections. For young guys out there, that's a big lesson. You don't just come in here, grind your notes away. I've got this full sheet full of things to say, but at the end of the day, it's about the people. And I'm grateful to work with you. And, you know, this whole weekend, it's just been awesome for the whole staff. Kyle and I appreciate his work. Everybody, Tennessee Club Sports Network, Florida Atlantic at Owl TV, Florida Southern, Gavin Coca coming over. This has been a tremendous playoffs, and it's been a great ride. So thank you, everybody out there, for watching us all week, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Yeah, that goes for me, the camera crew here, the whole Owls TV. Our man behind the scenes here, Mitch, he doesn't get enough credit. He's done a great job setting all this up. College Hockey South, the rink, Commissioner Kyle Nell, it's been wonderful. I want to thank everybody for having me. Once again, the final score, the College Hockey South M3 champions, the USF Bulls 6, the University of Tampa Spartans 4. Thank you for watching us here, and we'll see you next time on College Hockey South.